Yo, what up guys, Captain Blam here. So I just want to go over this build real quick. So for our subclassing, we are running, well, since we're Nightblade based, but you can be like any of these classes by baseline, unless it's like a specific like script that you want, like a class script. But it's not super necessary here, but Nightblade, Templar, Necromancer. And our Scribe heal is Druid's Resurgence and Vitality. You could put whatever here instead of Druid's Resurgence. You can also, instead of Vitality, you can do Minor Force. I actually don't know if Healing Soul gets Minor Force as an option though, because I don't have it. But anyways, going over our sets and our breakdown. Essence Thief Helmet, Reinforced, Reinforced Guards, Reinforced Boots, Gallant, Reinforced. And these arm cups, they can be reinforced as well, to be honest, because you don't have much armor on this build. We're in like so much medium. But like for these smaller pieces, like definitely like this rallying cry, probably make it end pin, this end pin, or you can, instead of reinforce, you can actually just make everything like well fitted. That works too, or end pin, up to you. Well, that's kind of how our breakdown is looking, just because like these like legs, boots, shoulders, helmet, like they all have like the same armor value. The only armor value higher than these would be the chest piece. So that's why I put reinforced on these pieces. Then for our front bar, Vadishran, point blank snipe. This basically just scales up your snipe damage by 33% if you're like right on top of people. And even if people are like far away, like you're still getting bonus damage out of your Vadishran bow. It's just good. And then using disease, weapon enchant, you can actually swap this to absorb stamina. No, yeah, you don't actually need that because focused aim goes minor breach. So I'd probably swap it to the weapon damage enchant. Oblivion, weapon damage, or disease, I would say. Then actually, I need to pull the back bar out of the bank because I was testing things on other builds. But it's just going to be Rallying Cry Ice Staff. And it's just going to be defending with weapon damage. And then for our rings, Swift, Infused, Swift. You can do triple Swift as well. This would be a little faster, but I'd probably keep like one Infused just for the more damage. And then going over the skills, we got Skeletal Arcanist, Blighted Blastbones, Camo Hunter. Since we're using Monomyth, you can actually use Turn Evil here. Merciless Resolve, and Focused Aim, and Incapacitating Strike. And why I'm using Skeletal Arcanist over the Stam version of it is just because I want to like break up the usage of abilities. I don't want everything to cost Stam, and I don't want everything to cost Mag either. That's why I'm doing it this way. But you'll get more damage out of the Stamina version. And then back bar, Elemental Susceptibility. You can use your back bar to proc your Essence Thief or front bar, since Essence Thief is double barred, but it's really nice to proc it off of Elisus, because when you do it that way, you're getting your Essence Thief proc, you're getting your Breach, and you're getting your weapon damage enchantment proc. So you get maximum damage like that. Restoring Focus for the Stam Sustain, which definitely helps with all the roll dodging you'll be doing and all the blocking. Resolving Vigor, Extended Ritual. And then here, you don't want Incap, but since I don't have it, what you want here is Undo, and the morph that gives you Minor Protection. That's what you want here, makes you tankier, and it gives you a block shield, which is definitely very, very good. And it's kind of a oh shit button when you get like super low. So yeah. But the reason I'm running Incapacitating Strike here is just because it gives me more crit chance on like my heals and shit. So if you don't have Sigic ult, I guess just use the Incap back bar. But really, you can just use whatever, like Colossus, you can just use Rite of Passage, morph it. Like, it doesn't really matter what you use here. Just really anything. Another option, actually, would be Barrier. because it would give you the passive right here, magic recovery, and it'd give you a defensive ult option. So that's also a very good option, but I gotta level it. Our stat distribution, 0 mag, 27 health, 37 in the stam. The Mundus we're running is the Shadow and Smoked Bear Haunch for the food. For the potions, we're using Tripods, Champion Points, Ironclad, Master at Arms, Deadly Aim, Fighting Finesse. Sustained by Suffering, Pain's Refuge, Survival Instincts, and Celerity. And to kind of show the combo, where is it, dummy? So basically, you're just gonna do like that and throw your blast bones and just snipe. Snipe into your bow proc. And that's like your main combos. Snipe, blast bones into your bow proc. That's the main damage you're gonna want to do. And another combo, whenever you have your like 120 ult on your end cap, since it gives you a stun, would be to do something like this. End cap, bow proc. So basically, you get your blast bones up. Oops, freeze. So you get your blast bones up, snipe, end cap into your bow proc. And it'll all land at once if they don't block it. And they're just gonna die most of the time. So let's see that again, without the freeze. I messed it up, but I'm a shit player. For that, snipe, end cap, bow proc. Just kind of like that. And even though I wasn't full aggro on the dummy during that test just now, we still got 42k DPS just from pure burst. And I had even a little pause at the end. I could have shot just 2 bow procs and it would have been dead. DPS would have been higher. Also, don't have the rally proc either to further buff my damage. So yeah, the damage on this is actually disgusting. They're like, this is just like, nothing's built up, nothing's... Like, I'm not buffed up at all. Yet I'm still hitting 42k DPS on this dummy with no trial buffs. Which is pretty insane, and let's look at our passives now. So, with the necroBlade Assassination, you get more crit chance. While you're flanking, you get more crit chance anyways. You get resources when someone dies, which is very helpful and very good on this particular build. Because you kill things very fast. So you're constantly just be getting your resources back. Pressure points, crit chance higher. Hemorrhage, 10% more crit damage and minor savagery, furthering your crit chance. Very huge, very huge. This, you can actually use Storm Calling here for even more damage, but it's not really necessary. And since this build is so squishy, I definitely recommend Restoring Light, just because this is your lifeline. If you don't have your rune healing you and your ritual for the cleanses and stuff, you're just gonna die. Especially with all the people running Warden Shocks. Like, when people have double breach on you, you have like 12k armor. So you need to be able to purge that off. Because you'll be taking so much damage. Also, the block mitigation is very helpful. Just everything about Restoring Light is just going to make you much tankier for it to work in open world better. And it works very good in dueling. Then Gravelord, the most OP thing about Gravelord is this one, Dismember. While you have a Gravelord ability active, you get 3.2k more penetration. So Blast Bones, your Arcanist, whatever, you're getting hella penetration. And then extra crit chance when people are low, that's always nice. This kind of helps your sustain, so let's say you see that costs 1k mag, and that's because a Blast Bones just went off earlier. And see, Blast Bones now only cost 500. And this just kind of works back and forth, where these skills are just super cheap to cast. And then this is just damage over time effects, do more damage, that's whatever. It's basically a useless passive on this type of build, but everything else is super OP. And of course, Blast Bones itself is super OP. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Let's just hit the dummy one more time. Let's get our end cap. You just kind of just spam your abilities out on the dummy. Not the dummy, but like the players. Just Blast Bones, always keep Blast Bones up and just snipe them and shoot bow procs on cooldown. And you have so much pressure, most people won't even know what to do. They'll just die outright. A good player, they might be able to reverse pressure you since you're kind of squishy on this build. Which is definitely a possibility, especially if they're a chronic blocker and they catch on. Or if they start like bashing you and shit, like there are ways to counter this build. But if they aren't blocking, or aren't blocking enough, and they aren't bashing, they're going to look like a headless chicken trying to survive the damage that this build puts out. Anyways, that's the build.